We're here still with Stacey Adams, physical therapist. She's kind enough to do some demo for us. She is a physical therapist who's treating right now in our clinic. She's in her 3rd trimester pregnancy, and she's going to show us that it's possible to do quite a few exercises on here, but show some nice alternate positionings. A lot of people in their 2nd or 3rd trimester might not be comfortable in the classic supine or bench positions, but still want to keep some upper extremity conditioning. We're going to show you can do that on the Shuttle Recovery using the elastic resistance and the same platform. We're just going to put our upper body or hands down on the platform. We've had her straddle the platform here, which is actually still quite comfortable for her hips, and actually for a lot of women is not only comfortable but done as an exercise to encourage sort of ease of delivery. And so we're going to go ahead and have her just do a basic chest press here. So 2 hands, let's just have you go back and forward nice and controlled. Good. And what I want you to do at the end of this next one, Stacey, is give me a press plus. So I want you to go a little bit past there. You're going to see her rib cage come past the shoulder blades. She's going to work the serratus anterior. She can take that all the way into a full chest press as well. If we want to vary the angles and promote different recruitment, there's been numerous articles that you can vary the EMG activity, these scapular stabilizers, depending on where you put the hands. So let's put your hands at 10 and 2. Outward rotator will give me the same chest press. A lot of times patients will just notice a slightly different feel with that. Good. Why don't you one time, Stacey, go up and just have you stay with your elbows extended and just isolate and just work the scapular part. So her elbow's going to stay straight. She's moving this whole resistance, which is quite a bit against the slide, but just with her serratus anterior and other scapular muscles. Excellent. Great. If we want to take that into single arm, we can do that. Of course, with the patient who's pregnant, we want to be a little more careful. When we make the load asymmetrical, there's going to be more torsional and rotational forces through the core, and that's something that doesn't mean she's not precluded from doing that. We just want to make sure if that's okay. Why don't we try one and see how it goes? I'm just going to lower the resistance a little bit. So I'll pop over here. Why don't you try with that lower resistance? Got any trouble with that?
Nope.
Good. So again, we see is she's doing one arm, but she is going to have more rotational force. We don't see her trunk move a lot because she's able to engage her core musculature and stabilize against that. So depending on your point of view and how you closely monitor the exercise, these can be turned into several different goals or exercises depending on different goals for your patient. We can also accelerate that if we want and move plyometrically. So why don't we go ahead and put this ball in your hand here. We get a couple things with the balls. It's a lot easier for impact on here. We have the ball is going to contact the platform and take some of that shock, so we're not worried about the smaller joints of the finger phalanges or the wrist. It also gives her appropriate receptive challenge, closed kinetic chain for the upper body and shoulder. There's some debate about what the best way to train that stabilization proprioception for unstable shoulders is, but this is certainly one way you could go about that. So if you're ready to just get used to it, just do a couple presses there, Stacey. That feels okay? Good.
That's good.
Good. Now go ahead and just do a light push-up to where that ball leaves the platform. When it touches back down, go ahead and let your arms recoil and absorb the shock. Good. And again, depending on who you're working with, I think if you're working with someone who's in the 3rd trimester, the relaxin hormones we hope are doing their job and letting all of those joints expand, not only the pelvis, you probably don't need to be extremely ballistic or add a lot of resistance. You could take the same exercise and with the college football player, max out the resistance and have them travel as far as they can on the shuttle. You want to watch these core positions. If they're not able to keep themselves in a good position also when they impact, that might cue you in that you need to do a little more remedial work on the core before you go to max plyometric strength in the upper body.